Hello, I am Minecraft Phenom08, and this is episode 77 of my series in which I will try to collect a billion iron ingots. In today's episode, I am going to try to finish my Ender Dragon spawning and killing automation that I really barely got started on last episode. So I've made a few changes between episodes. I've tinkered with my reactor over here a little bit more. And let's take a look at what we're doing over here. Obviously I have a roof on the building now, but I'm pulling a little bit more power out. I'm pulling out 640,000 RF per tick versus the 600,000 I had before. And that's because I definitely could use the additional power, and B, it continues to get more and more stable. I'm going to have to keep an eye on this because I'm not sure how exactly this will continue to operate, but I'm guessing at a point in its fuel consumption cycle that it will start getting more unstable. Up to this point, it's just continued to get more and more stable, which is great obviously for right now. But if that changes, then we're going to have an issue, or we could have an issue in the future. So we're going to have to continue to keep an eye on that. But I also made this here draconic pickaxe, which is pretty awesome. And let me dive down here and sleep real fast. And then we can check out exactly what we can do with this pickaxe. First off, if we hit our Draconic Evolution key, we can see that there are several things that we can configure. Now, I have put on 2 enchantments, which would be the Fortune 3 and Efficiency 5 enchantments. And that's just to make this thing faster, and so you get more like diamonds and emeralds and things from your drops, which is what Fortune does. But let's take a look at exactly what we can do. We can turn off and on the efficiency, so essentially we can make it faster or not faster anymore. There's a safe mode that it will not block or it will not destroy tile entities, which would be like things in furnaces or basically machines. And then there's the dig area of effect, and with the draconic version along with the draconic AoE upgrade, you can go all the way up to 9 times 9, and that is quite large, and this thing digs quickly. And let me just showcase this, I guess, and I'm gonna go down all the way down here, and let's showcase how quickly this thing digs. Since last few episodes, I have added 3 more tier 6 versions of my void ore miners, so that's awesome. So let's just do a little tutorial here. So this will be 5. Watch how fast this thing digs. That's ridiculous. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna patch this hole real quick, and then I'm gonna be back because I don't want this hole here. It's just kind of a waste. So I'm going to be back in just a second. And I'm back at the surface here. I've grabbed a few things that I think I'm going to need, and I did not grab my dislocator. I need that as well. The advanced dislocator, that is. And so let's set this to the end portal, and actually let's grab some obsidian before we go, and as well as my angel block, or a couple angel blocks anyways. And let's go to the end. Oh, that's the wrong one. End middle is what I want. Okay, so here we are. We're at the end. We have one of our... Where is it? I thought I had one of them placed down. Apparently I don't. Hang on. I need to go back home and get one phantom placer. I really thought I left one behind. That's weird. So I need to make another one of these. I know I did. Oh well. I need some clay. More clay, and then I forget what the last thing is. Light blue dye. And I need this, and not this. Okay, so let's do this again. You're in the middle. Okay, so that should be that. And when I'm waiting for this, I'm gonna go back to the end and look for my missing phantom placer, because it's got to be around somewhere. So I'm gonna be right back after I look for that. So my block is done, and I have already converted it to the 9 crystals. So let's throw that in there, and let's grab one more placer, phantom placer that is, and that should be good. Now let's run off to the end, and I don't even need to go up here. I don't know why I am. And let's start to set this up. Actually, the first step, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna get some. Oh, stop it! I think you're also big and bad. Are they mad? Are they? I think these two are mad at me as well. I did not want to do that. Okay, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna change this to 1 by 1 for now, because that was not supposed to happen. And I think the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna spawn an ender dragon, and then we are going to watch closely, and we're going to place down my angel block and some obsidian. So let's grab angel block, obsidian. And we need to pay attention to exactly where this thing spawns, which is kind of the point of the angel block and the obsidian. Okay, we're getting... What I'm going to do is add a few... Because what we're going... Okay, that looks good. Let's go ahead and kill him. Okay, we're getting some server lag because he should be moving, but whatever. Okay, that's cool. So I think he will spawn somewhere in, like, in this area right here. And this is really, really rough guesstimate right here. But somewhere, like, within this box. Okay, so that's... Okay, it gave me that. I didn't think it would. I think it would burn. I thought it would burn. So let's... I got my angel block back. And now let's grab the dragon egg. Okay, I think I know what's going on here. Is where I had my phantom placer was right underneath the bedrock here. But those blocks, even though I got rid of them, they've been replaced. I'm not sure what the mechanism for that is, but basically we just cannot put our phantom placers there. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our phantom placers right here, because I believe they still have the range to get over there, and we're going to have to run our redstone kind of like underneath, and I'll get to that in a second here. Let's try this. Okay, so we also want to change the mode of these things, and we want them to be in pulse mode. And it's important that they be in pulse mode, because we need to go ahead and set up the redstone. And because of that limitation of we can't really build under this end portal here, what we're going to do is, and let's use this. This is faster. Yeah, this is like way faster. Actually, I don't think I can even do that. I think I need to go this. This thing goes fast. Gotta be careful with it. And then okay, I think what we can do is we can run our structural ducts underneath. Yeah, let's go underneath. My goodness, this thing goes fast. I mean, it's great, but it's also kind of not great at times. And you can turn the speed down. I'm just not going to because I am not going to worry about it right now. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a bunch of structural duct, and I'm not even sure I have enough. And we're just going to run it around like this. That way we can hook everything up to one circuit here. I actually need one more redstone relay. I just realized that I am short one. Okay, so that is good. Let's get our relays. And they all need to be outputs. At least these ones. And then they will all be connected to a timer. And let's place the timer right. No, let's you know what? Let's build an elevator system. But we can do that after we replace some of this end stone. I think what we're gonna do here is build this up around like so. And we'll leave that one unbothered. I just want it to look nice-ish. That's all. Okay, that is that. And we can get rid of this guy. Okay, so we have all of these guys exposed. We have a drop-down point right here, which is going to be an elevator. And I kind of want to cover this up. It looks terrible. Okay, so let's go back and grab a few things that we need. We need another redstone relay and some more structural duct maybe, as well as a couple elevators. So let's just grab a bunch of stuff that we need, go back home. And we definitely need a bunch more obsidian as well. So we don't need that. We shouldn't need that anymore. I don't think we'll need that. Definitely need a lot of obsidian. So we need a relay. And I think the three structural ducts will be fine. And let's balance this out into 3 different groups. And then grab a bunch of obsidian. That'll be fine. We will need a hopper. An absorption hopper, that is. So let's grab one. We'll need an inventory, so let's do modular storage with a tier 3. Block of quartz, you say? I don't have that automated. That's interesting. Well, now I do. So that'll be where we capture our items. I'm not sure if I need any item duct, but let's grab some just in case. You know what, let's not. Because I'm pretty sure I can hook up the absorption hopper to an adjacent inventory. So we'll just put it adjacent to that. And we're going to have to spawn, I think, a few more ender dragons just to get the exact location. We also need some mob grinders. And we need the draconic evolution ones. We also need... I think we can use... we can either provide this energy or we can give it something like coal. And I think I'm going to give it coal just to kind of simplify things. That's not cool. I'm just gonna make a new one since it's configured now. What? There. Okay. Okay. Now let's I think we can go back to the end. And oh, I didn't grab elevators. So let's grab 2 elevators. And let's go back to the end. Okay, let's see here. Okay, good. It didn't like get rid of my phantom placers or anything. Okay, now for this, let's test out the spawn. Let's test out 2 things at once. Okay, so let's do this one to the east. No, let's do it to the west. And that's just because how I'm going to set these up here in a second. This one needs to be to the south. This one needs to be to the east. And this one right here needs to be to the north. Okay, so now let's fill these guys with the end crystals. And by fill, I mean put 1 in. Because I want to test this for a one-time type thing. Right here, we can do a couple elevators, I think. Actually, you know what? Let's do it right here instead. Come on, drop down. There. Okay, so let's throw a torch in here. Throw a timer set to as high as we can make this. Apparently we can't do that high. Okay, so that should be plenty high for right now. Let's throw a redstone relay on this as an input. And let's not do that. So theoretically, had everything worked out correctly, these should receive redstone signal in place. Oh, I know why. I'm derp. Okay, so that's... I haven't set any of these is why. Okay, so here's what we're doing. We're always doing the left block, and we're connecting them to the one underneath. Okay, so theoretically, if I have set this up right, end crystals should appear like so. Bam! Cool, cool, cool. Now let's grab some obsidian. And now we're going to measure exactly how close to center we are with this. How close to center does he spawn? And does he... Okay, so I don't know if you could hear me, but that looks really close to me. That looks really good to me. So I am really happy with that placement. Where's your heart, sir? There's your heart. So let me grab this, and what we're going to do is we're going to build off of this, but we're going to shrink it down a little because we don't want to build like a huge cube. We want to actually make it as small as we possibly can. So that is the next step here, and dragon breath, I think. Actually, let me test something. I'm assuming he probably spawns in the exact middle here. And then I just accidentally moved. But anyways. Let's move this wall over. Let's move this wall like 1. And then these 2 side walls and like 2. And then how big does that get us? If we were to build a cube with these starting dimensions. Because I kind of want it to be as square as possible, and I'm not entirely sure that this would be square. But we can make it square. That's not square at all. Oh my goodness, I need to stop falling. Okay, so I think we'll move this wall in. And do something like this. Or because I really want this to be square, but I think if I do 11 by 11 instead of 9 by 9, that would be beneficial. So what I think we're gonna do is we're gonna do one wall here, and we can crank up this guy. Nope. And then one more be there. And now let's actually crank this guy up. No. Let's do that. Okay, cool. So let's get rid of this dumb cobblestone. It's all up in my way. And that should be, I think, the dimensions that I would like. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to spawn the Ender Dragon one last time and see if I like its placement in my hopefully finished box here. And once again, my goodness, I can't count. I cannot count to save my life. Okay, let's try this again. This is where this wall needs to be. Okay, that should be perfect. Yes. So let's grab these torches back. And let's spawn this Ender Dragon. Give you one. Give you one. Give you one. Last but not least, you. I like that a lot. So it's not... It doesn't look like he's gonna spawn quite dead center here, but if he spawns right there, that'll be good enough. Obviously I'm gonna have to kill him again. But after this, I'm just going to kind of build a box. I think that'll be good enough. If it's not, we'll find out when I actually go to... Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to build this as a cube, and I'm going to be back after I have that cube built, because I'm not really going to build any of the automation on the inside of the cube. It's going to all be on the outside. So I'm going to build that cube, and then I'm going to come right back. Okay, here is our newly completed Ender Dragon Death Cube. And there are a few more things we need to add, and those would be the grinders. And I'm not exactly sure where the middle here is. I need to make sure to put it in the middle. And what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to put torches along the top so that I can identify the middle. Okay, so the middle would be somewhere... And I'm not exactly sure how tall I've made this, to be honest. Let's put the death machines right here. I think the skull is the death side. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. I'm pretty sure I got that placement right. That looks right as well. One more. And I'm putting 4 of them just a little bit for safety. Hopefully one of them can kill the thing as fast as possible. The next thing I need to do is I need to throw in... Okay, I kind of thought you could use like coal, but apparently you can't. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to get some sort of energy source. But first, there's one more thing I can place down, and that would be the hopper, the absorption hopper. That needs to be on the bottom in the middle. So let's try to find bottom middle. I think it's right there. Does that look right? I think it does. So the next thing we need to do is place this. And then we need to configure this. Down needs to be item. And we need to throw this in here. So we need to get some energy for these guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back home. And this won't take but just a second. Let's go home and grab some energy cells. And we can just grab 4 of those real fast. One. Let's grab all the singles we can. But we need to make them full. Make sure they're full. That's good. So let's head back. Now, obviously, we're going to have to chunk load this for this system to work, so let's go ahead and do that. I hope this will let me chunk load this. It says that it will. You know what? I'm probably going to have to do all of the pillars as well, so let's just go ahead and do that. Because I'm not sure it can spawn without the pillars. So, okay, so all that's chunk loaded. And let's hook up some batteries. Okay, we have power. And the last step here is to test this system. So let's go ahead and do just that. We need to set this up to a high number. Yeah, let's just drop them all in. Whatever. And then let's go down here. Let's play with this. Okay, so theoretically they all dropped. Okay, so theoretically, let's see if this will work. I kind of think these things can kill the Ender Dragon, but I'm not, to be honest, 100% sure. So, let's find out. Hopefully, at least he's trapped. If he's not trapped, then that's a bummer. He got out! He's not supposed to be able to get out. How did he wrangle his way out? Okay, so obviously we failed here. That is loud. So, as kind of a last-ditch effort here, I'm gonna try a few more things to keep him in. Because I was under the impression that he couldn't go through obsidian, but apparently he just did. Or he spawns, inside of the obsidian, as in not inside the box, but, inside some of the obsidian. So what I'm gonna... Okay, that's cool. Oh, duh. I forgot about that. So... One more thing, I want to put the torch there. I am going to go back home and beef up this case, and then I'm going to come back. So, I'm going to be back in a couple minutes. Okay, so one last try for this episode. I just beefed up the box. The top is too thick, the sides are too thick, and the bottom is actually 3 thick. I did notice that my hopper had been destroyed, so I replaced it. So this thing is pretty far off. What we're going to do is we're going to speed up this process, set it to 80 ticks, get these things to place, and then we'll set it back to 80,000 ticks. And let's get this thing spawned. One last try here. If the obsidian doesn't work, we can always try a few more things. There are blocks from environmental tech that are supposedly only able to be destroyed by players. So we can always try that, because I don't think the Ender Dragon can teleport or anything. So that might be one option. And he got out again. I don't understand why he did. That's weird, because normally he just sinks down. or the... My torch was destroyed. Okay, I think we're gonna leave it like it is right now. We do need to shut this off because we don't want to spawn a bunch of ender dragons and have nothing able to kill it. So for right now, I think we'll just leave it at that. And my storage container got killed. Interesting. So if I'm going to spawn ender dragons, I'm going to have to come up with a better method because this clearly isn't working. I'm going to unclaim all of this for right now. I don't need this all to be loaded since we're not going to be using it, obviously, because this system doesn't work as of right now anyways. So let's go back home. And so in today's episode, we accomplished not a whole lot. I mean, I can spawn ender dragons automatically, but I still cannot kill them. So obviously that's a problem. Maybe we will be able to fix that in the future, but to be honest, I'm not super concerned with it. Right now I have a few dragon hearts, which that translates to quite a bit of awakened draconium. So I would like to get the system up and running, but for right now it's not high up on the list. There are a few other things I would like to do. But for right now, for right now I have 265 million iron ingots, which is awesome. I have definitely improved my iron ore production via the 3 additional tier 6 version of the void ore miners in my bottom basement here, so that's cool. I have also increased my nether star production because I made more wither bees, which essentially produce the wither skulls to spawn the withers here. And so I actually had, as of like last night, run pretty much out of nether stars. I actually didn't have enough nether stars to complete a recipe for my tier 6 void ore miner, so that spurred me to kind of up the production there. But anyways, unfortunately we were not able to accomplish our goal of fully automated nether dragon and oh my goodness, I'm confusing all the different things. Nether, wither, ender. Unfortunately we couldn't automate ender dragon spawning and killing. We got the spawning part, we don't have the containment or the killing as of right now. I will probably work on that in the future, but for right now I think I'm alright. And I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and I will see you next time.